square root of 15 plus square root of 21 plus square root of 25 plus square root of 35 upon square root of 3 plus square root of 7 plus square root of 20. How to simplify this? Let's try. So square root of 15, this we can write it as 5 times 3 under square root plus square root of 21 as 7 times 3 under square root plus square root of 25 as 5 times 5 under square root plus square root of 35 as 5 times 7 under square root upon square root of 3 plus square root of 7 and square root of 20 is 5 times 4 under square root. Now when a times b is under square root, we can write it as square root of a times square root of b. Therefore, we can write here square root of 5 times square root of 3 plus square root of 7 times square root of 3 plus square root of 5 times square root of 5 plus square root of 5 times square root of 7 upon square root of 3 plus square root of 7 plus square root of 4 times square root of 5. Now square root of 4 is 2, so we can write here 2 times square root of 5. Now here in these two terms, square root of 3 is common, so we can write square root of 3 common and square root of 5 plus square root of 7, then plus in these two numbers square root of 5 is common, so we can take square root of 5 as common and write square root of 5 plus square root of 7 upon square root of 3 plus square root of 7 plus 2 times square root of 5. This we can also write it as square root of 5 plus square root of 5, because square root of 5 plus square root of 5 will be equal to 2 times square root of 5. Now these two terms are common, so we can take it common and write square root of 5 plus square root of 7 and square root of 3 plus square root of 5 in terms of two factors. Then upon, we can write square root of 3 and square root of 5 together. So square root of 3 plus square root of 5 plus square root of 5 plus square root of 7. Now let's consider a is equal to square root of 5 plus square root of 7 and b is equal to square root of 3 plus square root of 5. In that case, we have a times b upon a plus b. Let this be equal to x, or we can write 1 upon x is equal to a plus b upon ab. So ab is the common denominator. So 1 upon x is equal to a upon ab plus b upon ab. A and a here gets cancelled and b here gets cancelled. So we have 1 upon x is equal to 1 upon b plus 1 upon a. Now the value of b we can put here. So 1 upon x is equal to 1 upon b is square root of 3 plus square root of 5. So square root of 3 plus square root of 5 plus 1 upon a is square root of 5 plus square root of 7. Now we can rationalize the denominator. To rationalize the denominator, we multiply and divide it by the conjugate of the denominator. Conjugate of a number x plus y is x minus y. So it will be 1 upon square root of 3 plus square root of 5 times square root of 3 minus square root of 5 upon square root of 3 minus square root of 5 plus this also we need to rationalize. So square root of 5 plus square root of 7 times square root of 5 minus square root of 7 upon square root of 5 minus square root of 7, or 1 upon x is equal to square root of 3 minus square root of 5 upon, this is in the form of a plus b times a minus b, and this is an algebraic expression. It is equal to differences of square, a square minus b square. So we can write here square root of 3 square minus square root of 5 square plus square root of 5 plus square root of 7 upon square root of 5 square minus square root of 7 square, or 1 upon x is equal to square root of 3 minus square root of 5. Remove the square root with the square, so it is 3 minus 5 plus square root of 5, sorry here it is minus square root of 7 upon 5 minus 7, or 1 upon x is equal to square root of 3 minus square root of 5 upon minus 2. If we multiply and divide by minus 1, both numerator and denominator, so it will be square root of 5, it minus becomes plus, and minus square root of 3 upon 5 minus 3 is 2, plus square root of 7 minus square root of 5 upon 2. Now they have common denominator, so 1 upon x, we can add them, write 2 square root of 5 minus square root of 3 plus square root of 7 minus square root of 5. This square root of 5 and square root of 5 gets cancelled. So 1 upon x is equal to, we can write square root of 7 minus square root of 3 upon 2, or x is equal to 2 upon square root of 7 minus square root of 3. Again, let's rationalize the denominator. So multiply and divide it by the conjugate of square root of 7 minus square root of 3, that will be square root of 7 plus square root of 3, or x is equal to 2 times square root of 7 plus square root of 3 upon square root of 7 square minus square root of 3 square, or 2 times square root of 7 plus square root of 3 upon 7 minus 3, or 2 times square root of 7 plus square root of 3 upon 7 minus 3 is 4, and 2 times 2 is 4. So answer is x is equal to square root of 7 plus square root of 3 upon 2. So this is our answer. This is the value of x. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.